and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another day in the life. Today is Thursday, February 23rd. It is about 6:55 right now. I am heading into the gym, which is why you guys see a little bit different of a view today. But I wanted to bring you guys along with me for a Thursday because Thursdays are very different from my normal week or my normal day. I do my workout in the morning, and then the rest of the day is dedicated to designing. I started this a few weeks back after I purchased my second F Mark II. And so if you're not super familiar with that machine, I feel like the majority of you guys do know this, but the Graphtec F Mark II will feed sticker sheets through by itself. So it requires very little work from me. I have to go in and like do the first alignments, make sure everything's cutting correctly. I do pop in just to make sure it's working okay. Sometimes it gets jammed, but other than that, it goes on its own, and it does so very quickly. So I have really had to bump up what I'm designing so that I have enough to get both machines continuing to go throughout the day. There are definitely times where like I don't have enough designed, and so one machine is not working, or like, you know, both machines are not working for a few hours during the day. So I try to eliminate that. I want them to be going all day, every day when I'm in the office. And so my design days are designed to like help with that, because I can get a whole lot designed if my only priority for the day is to design. So today I'm hoping to design the rest of the May kits. I've already gotten started on May kits, and so it's definitely a doable goal. It may be pushing it a little bit, but that is the goal. And then if I have extra time after I get all the designing done, I may pop into the office and just start getting some stuff printed. That definitely also helps, like not waiting on printers to print things. So I'm going to start by going into the gym right now. I'm going to get a full hour workout in. I'll do like half an hour of weight or strength training, and then I'll do another half hour of just some form of cardio. I'll go back home, take a shower, and then I'm gonna head to one of my favorite restaurants, First Watch, and that's where I start the day designing. I'll get like a cup of coffee, I'll kind of get some work done, I'll order some breakfast, and then I'll continue to design for like an hour or so. And then I'll probably switch locations. I usually go to the library after that, but I just like on Thursdays to get out of the office because it's pretty similar to if you are working at home. When there's stuff that can be done around the office, I feel like I get distracted. And so today, I'm just going to design. So let's go ahead and get started with working out, and I'll just bring you guys along with me throughout the day. So I hope you guys enjoy this type of video. It's definitely going to be very different. I'm going to be sharing some stuff at home and like personal life type of stuff, which I feel like a lot of people have been wanting. So let's go ahead and get the day started. Guys, workout is officially done. I will pop up like a little thing showing my workout summary. I still use my Orange Theory like heart rate monitor, and I track all my workouts through their app still. I just say like indoor run, and I do that for like the strength training and also for when I do cardio. They do have like classes and stuff that you can do like at home, but up until this point I really haven't done it just because I like to listen to music, and when you have that going you can't listen to music. So anyway, figured I'd mention that. I still do track that. I'm going to drink this on my way home, and then I'm gonna hop into the shower and just get ready, and then I can start my day with all my work stuff.
change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now. We are close, can you feel it? Something is behind the clouds. We just have to believe it, that we can make the sun come out. Let us lose ourselves in a fairy tale. Who can say what's wrong or right? We're the only ones who can decide. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in between. So baby, we should start living now. 'Cause we only have this life. Wanna laugh and wanna cry. I don't wanna waste my time. So baby, we should start living now. Baby, we should start living now.
All right, guys. So it is now almost 11 a.m. I just finished up eating, having coffee, and getting some designing done at First Watch. So I'm gonna head to the library now and hopefully finish up all the designing that I need to do. So at this point, I'm almost done with all of the add-ons. I was finishing those up this morning. So once I do all the deco for the 4 kits for May, then I can move on to like the monthly kits, the dashboard kits, the daily duo kits, all of that. I did already get probably half of the daily duo kits like designed, printed, and cut already. So I'm hoping that I can get the rest of it done while I'm at the library, but we'll see. That's kind of an ambitious goal. I really still would love to like finish up designing, go to the office and start printing some stuff. And then I do want to set up some more printers. I don't really have space to put them, but one thing that is kind of weird about the whole printer situation, and I'm not going to go into like new printers. I have really gotten away from sharing printers and experimenting with printers and all that, just because I feel like printers are such a pain in the butt and it takes so much time and money to like experiment with printers. So it's not something that I want to like give away anymore. I feel like it just doesn't make sense to do that. But I have noticed that certain printers print out aligned better. So with the Graphtec, not the standalone Graphtec that I do my custom scripts on, because those don't seem to be affected at all by this, but the Graphtecs that like F Mark IIs, the ones that like do the automatic feeding, for some reason there's only certain printers that I have that like I can print things, and when they cut, like the cut will be consistent throughout the sheet. So like for add-ons, for example, I will print, 4 on one page. And so like usually the bottoms are great, but then some stuff on the top is not great. So I have to use certain printers for certain add-ons based off of how accurate it needs to be. And so I'm hoping that I can like set up some more printers that are better aligned. Again, the issue that I have right now is I feel like I don't have space for them, and all of the printers that I have currently set up are working. They're just not like the greatest in terms of alignment, which I can work around. There's certain things that like don't need to be great when it comes to alignment, like the thick and thin washi. It's just thick and thin washi, doesn't need to be that accurate. So yeah, anyway, I'm hoping to be able to get to the office and get some stuff printed, but let's see, let's say I want to be home by 4. So we have about 5 hours total to do all the designing, and that's probably possible. I think I should be able to do that, but we'll see. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little update. You guys saw a little bit of me designing, a little bit of like how I set things up at First Watch. I try and do that every single Thursday. I feel like for me, I need a routine, and doing that, like working out, going to First Watch, having breakfast, coffee, designing a little bit, it's just routine. And like the next thing that I always do is go to the library, and then I usually head to the office and like just get some printing and stuff done. So yeah, so far so good. Again, it would be really nice if I could get the rest of the stuff designed. That way I'm all set and next week is like done. I don't have to worry about any designing for next week, but we'll see how it goes, because I know the next couple of things, like the deco always takes so much longer to design. And then like the monthly views and stuff, like it's a lot when you have to choose designs. Like whenever you have to move designs around and configure designs, it always takes so much longer. The other thing that I wanted to mention is I have been doing things a little different this time around when it comes to designing. So I mentioned this in the past, but the Graphtecs really do the best, like most efficient work when you have huge stacks of sheets to cut. So in the past, what I've done is I would do like all kit 140 all at one time. So I would do like the sampler, the add-ons, daily duo, compact fertile, whatever. But now that I have the 2 machines and I'm trying to fill orders and do all kinds of other things in addition to keeping the Graphtecs going, I'm like, you know what, let me try to do like all the samplers at once, all the full boxes at once, all the washi at once, all of the icons at once. And that's what I've been doing this time around. I feel like it's throwing me a little bit just because I'm not used to it yet. Like I've been doing my process for so long, the way that I was doing it. But it does make it kind of easy when it comes to designing, especially for certain things that like I just have to change colors for, because I pull up that file once, I change the colors, save it, print it, I change the colors, save, print. And like I do that 4 times and then it's done for that entire, like, you know, that entire type of kit. So the jury's out. I will let you guys know, like, after everything is said and done, what I decide, if I'm going to continue doing it that way or if I'm going to like go back to my old way. The reason why I thought about like not doing my old way was it's a lot easier for me to get work done if I have the Graphtec going with like 40 sheets rather than having it going with like 8 and then having to like go back in, change things out, all of that. Because although the Graphtec is very independent and it's like easy to use, you do always have to reconfigure things and like make adjustments for every new sheet that you pull up. And so it makes the most sense to put in a huge stack of stickers and just have it all cut. But it takes a lot to design all that up front. So I'm trying to find the best solution for me. And I know some shops do it like where they do all of like icon, for example, all at once for the entire month. And then some shops do it like one thing at a time. And I don't think there's any like right or wrong way. I think you just have to figure out what works best for you. And so that's what I'm trying to figure out. But it is throwing me because it's different and I'm so used to my routines and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to head to the library now. I'm going to just get right into it and hopefully get a lot of designing done like pretty quickly. I mentioned this before I like head off really quickly. I wanted to say, I feel like I design a lot better in terms of time. Like it takes a lot less time, and designing is more enjoyable when I do these like design Thursdays as opposed to when I did it at night and I was just trying to like get it done so I could like move on to just getting to rest at night after putting the kids to bed. So I've been really enjoying doing these design days, but I feel like I'm still catching up from Florida, like with me having that past Thursday off. It really does make a difference. Like, as a small business owner, it stinks because I can take time off, but if I'm not doing stuff, then I have to do it when I get back, or I have to do it before I leave. And so I love what I do, guys. Do not get me wrong. I love what I do. I love every single minute of it. I will be so bummed if I ever like have to do something different. But there are pros and cons, and one con is that, you know, even if you have a team of people, there's only so much that like other people can do. Like, Jason helps out a ton, but he can't design kits. Like, that's just something that is a me thing because I'm Sarah Marie. Like, I just, yeah. So anyway, I figured I'd mention that. If I would have had a design day, like a full design day last Thursday, I think I would be in a really great place right now in terms of designing. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I only have 5 hours until I have to get everything done. I probably would have had a few hours of designing today, and then I probably could have like set up printers, got things printed, and like had a little bit more chill time today. But that's okay. I'm so glad that we went to Disney. It was super fun. Macy had a blast. I feel like it's something that she's going to remember for the rest of her life, and we have some amazing pictures and videos from it. So I'm so glad that we did it. But it just shows me that like work never stops, and I'm glad that I took time off to do it, but I have to catch up now. And so that's what I'm doing today. But anyway, it's been a very long clip now, so I'm going to head to the library and I will show you guys what I'm up to there. All right, guys. So I am officially back at the office. I know this is kind of a weird angle. I've been filming this on my phone all day, so I just figured I'd continue doing that. So I did some designing. I was very naive to think that I would be able to get all of the designing done because there was just no way. I love to design. I love every step of the business, like every step in the process of the business. But when you do too much of it at one time, it becomes less fun. And so that's definitely what was happening. I was just like, oh my gosh, if I design one more thing, I'm going to like claw my eyes out. So I came to the office and I set up a new printer and I'm currently testing it. I mentioned before that certain things just need a little bit more accuracy, and I've noticed it has nothing to do with the Graphtec. It has everything to do with the printer. So I'm crossing my fingers, praying that this printer has good alignment because it's been a thing. So I'll probably like test out the printer, make sure it works okay. And then I think I'm gonna head to the grocery store because I need to pick up some stuff for myself, like yogurt and other types of things, just so that I have at home. We've definitely been eating out a lot more than usual, and I want to just really stick to like our once a week eating out. So the key for that is just making sure I have stuff at home to eat. The other thing I wanted to mention is I've had nonstop people, not nonstop, I'm being dramatic, but I've had like 1 or 2 people every single day messaging me on Etsy about issues with shipping. So I feel like I've had so many videos where I talk about shipping, and this is going to be another one where I include little bits and pieces, because if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I am extremely frustrated and I'm trying to figure out what to do going forward, and I just don't know what the best solution is. And I think that's the most frustrating thing, because I feel like every step of the way I've been kind of learning things, and I've been making adjustments so that orders, like when they arrive at the post office, they get on their way to you guys. But recently what I found is now orders are just getting lost in transit. And I do all the things that I'm supposed to do. I have tracking on the packages. I make sure the packages are secure. I get them scanned in, and I ask for, them to be individually scanned in. That way, like every single package has its own tracking. But for some reason, I've had so many people recently messaging me saying that the package got moving and then somehow just didn't arrive. And so I'm trying to figure out how to fix that, so I'm just trying to figure out what the best solution is, because especially like the last 2 weeks, it's just been out of control. And the post office, when you contact them, in some cases, I feel like especially in the past, if you contacted them, they could track the package down, figure it out. But then recently it's like, oh, sorry, your package is lost. It hasn't been scanned since this. Like, we are deeming it as just like lost, and you need to contact the seller to get reimbursement or to get it replaced. So if you have a shop, let me know, 1, if you've been experiencing the same issues. 2, what is your solution? Because, all right, guys, last update, I promise. I know. So I, 1, tested out the new printer and it's working. It's all good. So I'm super excited about that. I changed the way that I set it up this time. So I'm hoping that every single time when I set up a new printer, I have the same experience, but we'll see. Also, I mentioned having issues with shipping and that I was constantly having people, not constantly, but I was having like a few people a day messaging me about issues. And I spoke with Melanie from Orange Umbrella Co. I have a few really good shop friends, and Melanie is definitely one of them. I feel like I am at least every like week or so messaging her and being like, hey, like, what are you doing? Did you set up the new machine? Like, I feel like we've just been going back and forth a lot lately. So I asked her, I was just like, hey, I am extremely frustrated. Have you been experiencing issues with orders, like getting to their destinations? And she was like, yes. And then she told me her whole experience. So apparently there's been an increase in issues, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that I guess there's a lot of changes in the post office and a lot of turnover. So with all that being said, I'm not glad that Melanie's having issues, but I am glad that I'm not the only one, because I was like seriously thinking very hard about all my life choices this week. It has been tough. But yeah, I'm just glad that it is not something that I'm doing, and it's more just an issue in general that the post office is having right now. So I'm going to be implementing some new policies when it comes to shipping. If you don't already, I definitely recommend when you purchase from a shop, especially on Etsy or like a small business, that you check out their policies, because I'm going to be really updating that and putting together like, okay, this is what you need to do if a package goes missing. Here are all the steps, and hopefully that will help you guys, and hopefully that will alleviate some of the issues that I'm having right now with just a lot of back and forth and all of that with messages. So anyway, I am really going to head out now. It's like 2:47. I got the printer going, so that's great. I'm just going to pack up and I'm going to head to the grocery store, and then I will be at home. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry this was kind of like a bummer video. I've had a tough week being back since vacation, and I think I just keep putting too much on my plate like today. So anyway, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low.